Oh, actually, we don't look at the camera. Anyway, start. And
And we are live right now. Yes. This is the client. Now, people, we're trying to mimic real enterprise projects in Website One, and this is what I have to put up with.
seriousness. That's what it's all about.
The clients being unreasonable and crazy.
This is and this is a key thing that you've got to put up with from time to time. These demanding
Exactly.
clients.
So this is a good learning experience.
Indeed.
Anyway,
Yes.
we're having a client meeting, and it's been a while, 2 weeks, I think, or 3. So we had some bumps along the way, but we are back on track, and we have the latest code pushed up to production, and so that's where we're gonna go and have a look at everything.
Oh, just one thing, just because it's just on my mind. I was going to say, if we want to, you could just deploy the code, to link these 4 things up to the 4 different pages, and that would just basically put huge pressure on me to immediately update those pages and make them work.
Okay.
So I think in some ways, if we're sticking with this for the moment, I think the common complaint that I hear is they all go to the same place and so on. I've kind of done some for the code one. I know you did one of the other ones. I think if you just pushed out so that they link to those 4 places, that would just force me to do it. I would within hours I would just have it done.
Absolutely. We'll do.
Why am I telling you this? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, go on. But yes, so let's go to the tracker. We've got GitHub commit count on profile page.
Yes.
That sounds like fun. Let's go there.
It's not fun at all, actually.
It's not fun. The GitHub count on profile page. Okay. I'm not seeing my GitHub count on this profile page.
No, you're not.
Okay. So I guess I won't accept.
You won't. I don't think you should.
No. Okay. All right. Add host and avatar.
I reject that one.
Okay. Can't
see.
On production.
Yeah. The thing is that there is a bug in the background job that fetches those commit counts, and Sampriti's on it, but he's been rather busy with the Ultra stuff.
Okay. No, fair enough. So then we've got add host and avatar to Slackbot Hangout, and I've seen that working, and it's awesome. And yes, it's great. I think all we need is automatically adding random messages from me saying please just join. Anyway, not whether that will have any effect, I don't know. So accepting that. Hide elements from smartphones and tablets. Yeah, I guess.
Well, basically, if you go to the landing page.
Yes. No, that's not the landing page. This is the landing page. Yes.
And resize your browser.
Oh, okay. Do you think I've got enough tabs open? Like this? Yes.
Yes. You see that the RAW banners disappear.
Yes. I noticed that. I noticed that before. Yes,
and also on the sponsors links are disappearing on smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Document updates history. So documents that's things that are in projects. So
yes,
if I go to, I've got some documents probably in. That's a document, and that's got a history. Yeah. Okay. So that thing, is that what?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we didn't see that before, or at least it was permanently. I think that I seen
it was permanently open.
Open now. Yeah. Okay. I think that the icon that's used there and also in the about pages is kind of the wrong icon for that. But anyway, that's I think that's that.
Oh, we can have a look.
Is in. I mean I think when you see this, I think it's not intuitively obvious to most people that clicking on this will reveal. I think if it had more, if it was the triangle like this.
Yes.
That's more common.
Yes, I'm going to update that.
Yeah, and there's even the HTML5 that does that, which I have actually requested that GitHub bring into their Markdown, and it's wending its way in there. And if that which I'm very pleased about. Anyway, documents management. That says moving the documents around. I know that Yarrow was extremely keen that should happen. I guess so. Is that then? Aha. Okay. Wow. Documents can be moved around. I guess I should. Right. Okay. I don't know that I have any documents that I want to move around. Do you have any documents that I can move around for you, Thomas?
You can move any document. Yeah, you can move client meetings to someplace.
Right. I guess we don't even really have these.
No, I'm going to remove that later.
Yeah. Okay. So we could move that into. Right. So it provides. So we can move that. We can sort of nest it in there. So that means that interesting stuff now is under client. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, that clearly works. That's pretty cool. That is up. Okay. So then we've got now these bugs.
Well,
yeah. Do you want to? Shall I accept them? Do you think
just accept them?
are there there's maybe not good ways for me to assess these? I will. These are all back end issues that I will accept. Then we've got project landing template. The project landing template, I have to say, does look quite awesome. Very well done to Chris and others involved in that.
Yes. The only thing that is there are small issues here. First of all, if you resize your make your window smaller, the YouTube video is messed up.
Yeah,
it goes outside the.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a fix for that already.
Okay, great.
On its way.
Yeah.
And another thing is that the members formatting is a little off.
Yeah.
So we need to.
Yeah, that the location could be broken under the.
Yeah, and also we were thinking about listing, but that's a bigger feature. We were thinking about listing the project manager, the client, and
yeah. Sure. But yeah,
that would require a new attribute.
Sure.
On my
sure.
user.
I'm sure that's certainly something that can be moved towards. I guess I should go and look at what local support now looks like.
Well, I updated local support just slightly because there was this default text about
Yep.
So I just moved that from the original description down to the page.
Yeah.
But you should update that a little. Perhaps a screenshot. To
yeah. I'll see if I can get to it. Interestingly, we have got 26 videos there.
The funny thing is that videos on local support are actually working, but they're not working on the website one.
Right. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. That all seems to be. I don't know if that's. I feel like maybe that's just showing the most recently accepted stories.
Yeah. I think so.
And then okay, fair enough. All right. Yeah, I mean, just looking at this, it would seem to me okay, it's all fine. I mean, I would almost put the documents. It almost seems like having the documents tab. Put the documents down there. It's good. It's all good. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't move around anything because you see, on website one we have quite a long.
No. I saw. Yeah, but yeah. The I mean, I think it depends partly. Yeah, I think in terms of it being aimed at giving the project manager control of what's going in there, then it's yeah,
and also great. If you want, you can link to it.
I can pull the documents in
rich text and edited.
So. Oh yeah, no. There's lots of good control there. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I guess if I'm here and I'm on, and also is there a big change now that we've got more detail? Like if I'm here, I guess we've got edit. So there's details and there's pitch. Are they two different things?
Yes, the details is the original, the one that is right underneath the text, but the pitch is this one.
The pitch is this one.
Yes.
And then, but so.
The details is everything else. It's like,
okay, that's like. So this is sort of redundant and is not displayed anywhere anymore?
It is displayed. It's like the ingress. It's like the intro. It's right underneath the.
Okay, just here. Right, that's that one. And then the other things like the tracker and the GitHub.
Yes, and we spoke about this, me and Christopher, and we agreed upon that this description could be this like a catchphrase or.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. I think that
about this is the selling pitch. Basically.
Yeah. I'm going to add an action item for myself to update the local support So we've got updates, LS, and autograder project pages.
And this was also requested loudly by a lot of.
Oh yeah, no. I think it's a huge improvement. Is the members are listed randomly at the moment?
The oldest ones first, I think.
That seems to be the case in the full list, but in the sub list.
Yes, I don't know.
No.
Well, actually, yes, I do know. It's the first 5. John, Jeff, Thomas. Yes.
But it's the first 5 then in reverse chronological in terms of maybe.
Yes, but you see that these top 5 that you see on this list are the ones that you see.
I do, but they're in the reverse order.
The reverse order. Would you like me to reverse them back? But I mean, this is only temporary anyway because we will have another feature. So
yeah, no. I was just saying that it's. I think it's good to have the most active people at the top of the project list.
For instance, yes. Yeah. Well, either the most active people or the manager.
Or yeah, I mean, if you lock the attributes so that you have the project manager at the top and so on. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, so it's all good. So project landing template, yes, wonderful. Activity feed. I think you showed me that before.
It's in the footer on the dashboard. The dashboard.
Yes, and now this as well. Ooh.
And we set the limit to show the last 100 events.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's a little too much, or I don't know, but.
Well, try it and see. I think get feedback from people. Yeah, but that's lovely. And then editor for project description. So I think we were just looking at that.
That was that, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay.
So I got another thing I want you to have a look at that is fairly important for us. And if you go back, you can go back to the tracker. And there is this must be. Well, you can search for it. Projects index page. There is a lo-fi that Christopher did. I want you to have a look at. Search for projects, perhaps.
Projects index page redesign. Here we go.
Yeah, there it is. Yes, and there's a link to a lo-fi.
This is feature request. This is directly.
Well, it's a wireframe.
Okay. Here. Oh, okay.
Yes. So he wants us to, and I think it's a good point. He would like to redesign the index page. This is beautiful, but we need to talk about certain details of this because he assumes that we are able to have a cover image for each project, and me and Brian discussed that we still want to avoid using Dropbox or S3 or anything to store any images in the files, but we can also we can always use a URL to point to a.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can give people there can be like I would say like a default image and give people the option to set an image.
Yes, exactly. So that's one thing. The other thing is whether we should break this up into different stories. He has a sorting mechanism and also a search mechanism on this wireframe. And I
into different stories, definitely.
Yeah, but is this something he would he would like to work on this?
Yeah, I would. I think this is definitely something that we need. I mean, I think that for the people coming in at the moment, they haven't got any sense of it's like we're okay with this project, but I think projects with images that kind of give you at least giving project managers the option to give a look and feel and some sort of sorting thing so that you can. I mean, some of the projects are clearly sort of dead, and so they need to be.
Oh, that's another story also, so
floating away
because we are using this active status on all projects right now, but perhaps you and I should go over, the database and just set inactive on certain things.
Right. Yeah, I guess
you see that there is a project status active.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. I think we can certainly do that. I mean, I think the key thing, really, independently of that, is just that what we would like to see in this is that Website 1, local support, OSRA, they are the active projects. Those 3 should be at the top, showcasing what's going on. On a related, well, do you want anything else to say about this?
Well, do we have a go-ahead on this?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
We need it. Yeah.
Also, just in terms of sorting, we have another story about sorting them, sorting projects after GitHub commits. But if we start with this one, I'm gonna put a halt on that other story because it's gonna be redundant then. You know, I think this girl from Brazil was supposed to work on sorting this sidebar that we're using currently after.
Right. Okay. Yeah, she was going to like sort these, and she hasn't started on it, and then this is rewrite.
But that story is you know.
If she's I would put a hold on that, and I mean, you know, if she comes along and suddenly wants to do it, and it's a temporary thing, and this can take a long time, fair enough. But whatever you think there.
So, but what we will do in the next dev meeting then is we're gonna split this up into 2 or 3 separate stories and vote on them, and some people. I think that Christopher will be glad for that. He wants to work on this, and this is a good as a little epic for some new people that love like front end design. So I think it's
good stuff.
All right.
So I mean, I guess I would just looking at what was I going to say there? I was just going to put I'd say again. I think that the automatically embedding Slack is highest priority of what I can see here. I mean, I guess that I'm sure there's like Hangout related things, but I kind of almost can't wrap my head around it so much.
Touch that.
I mean, I think I would say like I'd say there's like a have we got maybe it's this story, like is this corresponds to like the 4 things on the landing page and other related stuff?
Could be.
Yeah, like page they're here. So I'd say this is you know, these 2 very high priority.
Yes.
I'd say over the other ones from my
and René started this mail interface.
Yeah, right.
And I think it's a good thing for us. And yes, I would like you to prioritize the story actually, if you're interested in that. There's this Twitter thing that we have in Icebox, and I would like this same way we are pushing Slack notifications. I would like to tweet all those you know, Hangouts and Scrums and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's potentially very powerful.
Yes. So let's prioritize that.
Yeah, let's get that voted on. But I do that almost. Well, I think they almost. So like people who are coming into Slack have already seen the sites. We need to make sure that they're on Slack so that we can chat to them. This I say would come next because before Twitter, if people are discovering us through Twitter and they're landing on the site, we want them to stick there.
Exactly.
We need the front. I mean, I would say that ultimately, in the long run, ideally what we would have, as I've maybe talked to you about before, or I think, is that we would have, I don't know, online, who are they called? Stripe. Like, ideally we would have images. Well, I think I have shown you. Like, I don't care about it being carousel. I think images that somehow indicates what the value proposition is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I really like what they've done here. Not the fact that it's carousel, but the fact that there's a little bit, you know, text. And I mean, we've got that on our site. We've got that down here, the value proposition. But at the moment, this is, you know, we haven't got any. I mean, who cares? Like, even if it was just sort of, I don't know. Maybe it's lovely that there's lots of space, but I think.
No. I understand exactly what you mean. And this space is there because we said, me and Brian said that we need some images to that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we just haven't got around.
No. Fair enough. Yeah. So as long as that's on the radar, that's. I mean, yeah. Obviously, it's resource restricted. What was I going to say?
But let me push out those 4 pages today, and you can write them up. And then, but you know, there is this idea about losing those 4 round banners after a while. Yeah.
Do
something else on the landing page for the.
I guess we've still got that issue where the link to past scrums has to be up there. So I guess we've got a bug report in for that.
It is there, and Marcelo's working on it. He wanted to freshen up on his Bootstrap.
Yeah, so that's the landing page. I guess then, where are we in regards to being able to see upcoming?
Yes, me and Brian had a discussion about this, and you know, we have this situation with John that probably he's gonna abandon this epic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the general feeling is. I haven't seen him for a long time.
Okay.
And to be honest, you know, I want him in the dev meeting. I want to have some more communication with him.
Yeah.
And I do not respond well to messages like merge this in so we can move on.
Right.
You know. So I just want to be straight up front with this. So we have a communication issue there.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
But the thing is that one of the things we were discussing yesterday or the day before, me and Brian, was whether we should change the way the event instances are created, the way they are created right now, or through the Hangout Connection app. And I'm arguing that we should create them in a different way so we can, you know, store them in our database, you know, before we actually start a Hangout, because then we can use the events instance model instead of the events model.
Sure.
to show your upcoming events.
Sure.
And things like that. But well, Brian argued that why would we want to do that? Then we can end up having a lot of instances that are never used. You know, if somebody is not actually starting a Hangout, you know, and attaching it to an event instance. But I would say it's easier for us to you know, manually or
I would tend to agree with you. I think, I mean, it feels to me like a row in a database where somebody doesn't attach a Hangout to it. That's not much space, and you can even sweep them once a week or month to delete the ones that never happened.
Yeah, and the risk is like, you know, you encountered me and Pavel sometimes when the Hangout connection didn't work. Then there's no trace of that in our database.
Right, absolutely.
So yeah. But the biggest thing for us is that I don't want to take on that responsibility to own that epic, because first of all, I don't have the time, and second, I'm not even sure I understand what has happened. I know for a fact that Code Climate ranks events model to a D. It dropped from A to D in a month. You know, I just, you know, so we need to find somebody that can take on that responsibility.
Yeah, or I mean, John, you know, part of the learning experience is that he works out a new communication mode with you.
Yes.
Or he doesn't. I mean, I totally hear you about, you know, I think he was in, you know, we'll just see if he can adapt to that. I mean, I think he has, like, fundamentally a good understanding of the challenge faced by people, but his ability to kind of work with you in a way to deploy something that can actually be.
Oh, absolutely, and it's also a slight difference in management philosophy now when it was, you know, during the summer when he came in.
Anyway, I'm going to have to go really soon. There's this thing that I keep on trying to remember. I think one thing that's potentially very valuable to Agile Ventures that we don't have is profiles of people who, like John Morbacher is, I think, the key example. Profiles of people who have done, you know, Agile Ventures for, you know, a chunk of time, and, you know, contributed here and here, and then are now working, you know, as a result. You know, I think the bottom line is we don't have a marketing person. If we had a marketing person, what I would be saying to them is let's have, you know, in the about us. I mean, so we've got all these things. It's fantastic, and I think also actually in the in here in our pair programming, we've got, like, you know, people quotes from edX for programmers, and I guess we also had kind of in the articles thing we had there was like testimonials or what have you. But I think it's kind of, you know, what we don't have is we don't have something. And this is not just Maker Academy, but all the boot camps have, is that they have these, like this. They basically have student experiences and basically this stuff here.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? It's showing here's three real people had a great experience in stuff, and now they have jobs.
Mm.
And they're actually here they're going to go in and anyway.
I'll think about that and try to let me talk to some people, to John, and I think Marian also works in Ruby.
Yeah, no, Marian's got a job, and Pete's, I think in gainful employment. I mean, it's sort of slightly, it's for us it's slightly more tenuous in terms of how has this contributed to people's employment success. But I think. Yeah, let's see. I mean, what would be if we ever have somebody relatively non-technical who wants to contribute, and that's something I think that would be a great thing to build into the kind of the front of the site in terms of the value proposition. It's like and it's like Sasha. Why is Sasha is here? Because he wants to get a job, and now I've got the career service here because of recommending to people that they come and pair at Adventures in order to improve their job skills.
Let me. I just come to think. Mr. Sutherland, one of the men behind Agile Manifesto. I read a paper by him about Agile in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So let me do some research. Perhaps I can, tweet out or do some shout out to people outside of Agile Ventures. If you want to practice Agile marketing, we're looking for a marketing person.
Yeah, and even of course, Vivian, who I don't know, maybe she's more interested in learning to code than anything else, did that big analysis for us. Maybe that's something that she. Anyway, I think I've got to run. I think we've covered all the key things, I guess.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I guess I'll just mention is.
And I lost your audio.
Will generate a lot of people with experience in pairing and so on, and I hope to have all the graduates being required to come to Agile Ventures and share the love. So
yes, and hopefully Sasha can be a good ambassador for that, because he seems to come in.
I think if he gets into it regularly. We've had a couple before who've come in, like Shrik came in and did a couple of features and so on, but they haven't sort of started. I think a lot of the Makers students do kind of fall off it's interesting looking at their GitHub profiles. A lot of them do fall off a cliff after they finish the course, and they stop. They get out of the coding habit. I think I was very encouraged yesterday that we had 6 people in both the scrums that I was in. A few more people hopefully for maybe 1 or 2. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can take this to the next level. Let's see.
Yes. Okie dokie, brother.
Great stuff. Thanks, Thomas.
Talk to you later.
And I'll see you in some of the future scrums.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. All right. Bye for now.